Hello, boys and girls, mostly boys. Welcome to another edition of Bruno's You Don't Have To, the short form podcast for all of us awesome people out there. I hated English class in high school, which is ironic because I really like to read and I like to write. I fucking hated English class. And I think I hated it because the teachers I felt like were mailing it in. And then I was in 11th grade English and I don't remember the teacher's name. We're all just sitting there and she's walking around the classroom and I picked up Henry Miller's Tropic of Cancer, of which I understood very, very little, except that apparently America was a whore and there was a lot of sex in France and I wanted to go there. But I remember the teacher walking by and seeing me reading this and she leans over and she's, I don't think that that's an appropriate book for you to be reading in class. She didn't sound like that. And I remember just thinking to myself, like, what the fuck? What? I'm the only fucking person in this class reading. And you're going to give me shit about what I'm reading? We also studied Robert Frost's poem, The Road Not Taken. I hated that poem. I hated it because it was so cliche. There was all this, oh, I'm going to take the road untraveled, the less traveled road. I will take that. I'm unique. I'm different. And it was just so fucking cliche. And the funny thing was, the dude, the speaker in the poem, told us right at the fucking get-go that both the paths were fucking equal, man. Like, no matter which way you go, you're taking it. That's the road you're supposed to take. That's how you're going to end up where you're going to end up at. And I do believe that we all have a path that we're supposed to take. Sometimes we deviate from the path. Sometimes we take a different choice. Like, the choice is out there. We have free will. But I believe that there's a path. Now, I have no idea what my fucking path is. And at my age, you think I should, but I don't. But I do know is that I don't like to take risks. And when I was driving down a major road, I had to get to an appointment. I had about a 40-minute drive, and I left about an hour ahead of time. And I got about 10 minutes down the road, and the traffic was stopped on this road. There's really nothing around. There are just trees and woods and stuff. Google Maps said this incident was going to add 25 minutes onto my drive. I didn't want to be late. I looked at Google Maps again, and it gave me an alternative route. It wanted me to make a right-hand turn, but it looked a little suspect because everything else around there was just woods, right? There's just trees and wilderness. And I am aware enough to know that I do not want to be one of those idiots who follows Google Maps into the desert and dies. I have a little bit more smarts than that, but still, I was a little bit apprehensive. So I looked at the map and there looked like there was a blue road out, down, and to the left, and then to a major road. So I was like, we'll give it a shot. So I get the truck and I'm driving down about a half mile away from the major road. And there's just a dirt path and then a road that goes into a government facility, which I am not going to go in. But there's this dirt path, and I'm like, I'm not going to take the truck. I'm not going to go down that. I'll get stuck, right? It looked like a path that would be really fun if you knew how to ride a dirt bike, which I don't. And so I started going back to the main road, but again, I didn't want to be late, so I said, fuck it. I'm gonna take a risk. I'm going to take a goddamn risk. And I started going down this dirt path, and it was bumpy, and it was hilly, and it had big puddles of mud in it. It was a lot of fun. And there was a Honda Accord that was coming down the road towards me. I guess Google told him to make, or her, to make a right as well. And I think they were going to try taking the dirt path until they saw my truck disappear below their horizon and then reappear well above it as I went over these huge mounds and into these huge holes of mud. But needless to say, that road put me back onto the main road. I made it to my appointment on time. The lesson here, boys and girls, is just fucking go for it every once in a while, eh? Just gotta fucking go for it.
A road! I sound weird laughing. I was really excited.
Indonesian, Filipino, Chinese, Cambodian, Japanese, yes, Japanese, Korean, South, Australian, New Zealand, no, Canadian, yes, British, Northern Irish, yes, regular proper Ireland, no, French, yes, yeah, that's pretty fucking good, eh?